Patrick with the Kentucky Gun Company, and today we have a brand new Ruger rifle. It's a Ruger tactical bolt action rifle, a little bit more of a departure from what Ruger usually produces in the bolt action line, but this is Ruger's new precision rifle. All right, let's talk about probably one of the most prominent features on this Ruger precision rifle. This is its stock. This stock is completely made by Ruger for Ruger. It's you're only going to find this stock on Ruger. It's completely adjustable. If you flip this lever right here, and this one helps too, this way you can adjust the length of pull, lock it in, cam it in, and you can also adjust the height of the cheek riser. Now, we'll tell you something. I've spent some considerable time behind this rifle. Actually, I spent 2 days, and we've noticed after shooting it, it was actually quite a bit more comfortable if we take this cheek riser around and flip it around. This is what we did. We were shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor and literally shot probably a couple thousand rounds out of it. But the way it was set up for us, we found it a lot more comfortable by flipping that cheek riser around. So it's perfectly doable. You can still lock it in, cam it in. And again, you can adjust this thing just about any way you could possibly want. Has a pick and tinny rail on the bottom, so if you want to put a monopod on there, it's no problem whatsoever. And this thing does fold. It's a left swing fold. That is a AR buffer tube, so if for some reason you don't like the fully adjustable stock, you can put a Magpul stock on there, or just about any other stock that you so please. Let's take a look at this boat. It's an oversized boat. This boat has a 70-degree lift on it, dual cocking cams, and they've also threaded the boat handle on this. This is threaded for 5/16 by 24, so you could put a wide variety of different tactical handles on there if you want. You can also, heck, if you had an 8-ball shifter off your old Camaro, you could throw the 8-ball shifter on there. So it's pretty adaptable. It can be customizable. Let's take this boat out and let's look at it just a little bit further. A couple things I want to show you about. You can just give you a close-up there just to take a look at the boat. But check this out. At the end of the boat shroud, this little piece comes out. You just turn it. But it has 2 tools in here. You get the tool. This is so you can adjust the trigger, and we're going to show you a little bit more about the trigger here in a minute. And this is actually a firing pin takedown, and we're going to show you how that works. This shroud just pops off, comes straight back. Take a little tool that Ruger has supplied, fold it in just like that, twist. Firing pin comes apart for cleaning. Clean it, degrease it, boat handle comes out just like such. So makes it tremendously easier to clean. Putting it back together is a breeze. Putting it back together. Goes just in like such. Cam it back out. And your boat's back together. Again, this all stores in the back of the boat shroud. That just snaps over, slides in, snaps over the boat. This goes back in, all one piece. Okay, this rifle is going to come in 3 calibers. As of right now, it's going to be a 243, a 6.5 Creedmoor, and the 308. I have shot the 243 and the 6.5 out to 1,000 yards out in Wyoming on the trip, and it's definitely a very accurate rifle. Full aluminum chassis on this thing. Has the adjustable trigger. Let's take a look at the trigger there real quick. Gun is empty, chamber's empty. I already know what to expect, but this trigger, I'm going to do it from my left side just so you guys can see. I'm depressing the little safety. There is no over travel, there is no creep. It's probably one of the best triggers I've ever felt on a factory rifle. I'm going to do this again just so you can watch. And again, Ruger is they're advertising this as a fully adjustable trigger. Again, it comes with the adjustment in the boat shroud that we just showed you. 2 1/4 to 5 pounds. But this thing has absolutely, I mean, there is no creep in that. There's no over travel. That thing breaks clean, very clean. I don't know how it comes from the factory. This is a factory rifle. We're going to do we'll do a little trigger pull test here on it. That way you guys can see it. We're going to do it from the left side so you can read the scale. And this is just a Wheeler scale. It's a spring-loaded scale, so it's nothing crazy. That one right there is about 2 3/4 pounds. Do it one more time just to see how it reads. Again, right at 2 3/4 pound again. So it's as far as consistency, it's not only clean, it's not only crisp, there's no over travel, it's also very consistent. All right, this is a 308. This is going to have a 20-inch barrel. It's completely threaded. Thread protector comes on it. Standard 5/8 by 24, so it'll fit any standard muzzle brake, any silencer adapter that you can want to put on it for the 308 caliber. Again, it's going to be in a 243 and also a 6.5 Creedmoor. They will be threaded too. Medium contour barrel. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's just about perfect for what you're wanting to do with this guy. Has a Samson Evolution key mod rail that comes with it. Again, one piece. Key mod rail is going to lead back to the optics base. This is a 20 MOA base, so it should give you plenty of adjustment for long range shooting. Should be no problem whatsoever. Also AR style grip. Again, you can take it off, put any of your favorite AR style grip on there. If you like Hogue better than you like Magpul, or you like something, you want a pink one on there, no problem. But let me show you one other really unique feature on this gun. This gun comes with 2 Magpul mags, 308 style mags. These are 10 rounders, I believe. But Ruger actually has a couple of patents pending on this. And one of the main patents pending that they have is this universal latch mechanism. This allows both a side catch and a rear catch to be operated with the same interface. What that's going to allow you to do technically is you're going to be able to use multiple different style mags with this gun. Currently, what they're telling you is that you can use the Knights Armament M110 or SR25 mag. You can use the DPMS 308 magazine. You can use the Magpul magazines that are supplied with it. You can also use the Accuracy International mags with it, and some AR-10 and some M14 mags. Again, there's a lot of variations in the way the AR-10 and M14 mags have been made over the past 20, 30 some years. But some of them will actually work with this boat or this magazine release. We're going to show you this magazine release. Let me find a mag here real quick. Locks in there easy. Push forward. Comes right out. Again, standard P mag that's with it. Has a side catch on it. Now that's going to catch release. M14 style mag has the rear catch on it. Comes in there, also locks in, and also release. So something very unique for this rifle, accepts multiple magazines. We pretty much showed you all the features on this guy. We're going to top it off with some optics. We're going to go out to 100 yards, do a standard sight in on it. You guys can check for yourself, see the accuracy. You've seen the pictures of where I've been out west prairie dog hunting with this thing, and I can tell you the thing's way more accurate than I can ever be. But either way, we'll show it to you on camera, and you guys can decide for yourself. Like I told you guys when we was in the store, I've spent almost 2 days or 3 days behind this thing, shooting it out west at prairie dogs in Wyoming. And we're primarily shooting the 243 and the 6.5. We didn't have a 308 there, so this is my first go around with the 308. Today we're going to shoot some PPU or Privy Partisan ammunition. This is it's a little lower cost ammunition than some of the main brands out there, but brass casing, 165 grain soft point. If you ever see this stuff in a store, it kind of looks like a cheap box, but don't discard it. It's really, really good stuff, and it's actually really accurate. So that's what we're shooting today. Well, we got 2 mags full. We got a 100-yard target. Again, 308. We just have topped it off with a Lilpo. Looks like some Weaver style tactical rings. The gun's really not sighted in. We're just going to see what type of groups we can get. I'm going to do some 5-shot groups at 100 yards. I'm on a little plastic flimsy table, but it's the best thing I have currently for a quick setup. So I know these guns are accurate. Again, we were shooting these things out 500, 600, 700 yards, no problem shooting prairie dogs with them. So if my groups aren't as tight as they should be, again, don't blame the gun. Got it. I didn't have that thing cranked down. Make sure, we're going to turn this thing back on safety. Make sure you have that thing cranked down when you're adjusting. I was just adjusting a minute ago to get it for me. It's just right for me. And there we go. It won't come undone now. All right, 10 rounds. We hit 2 targets down there. We'll go down there and check them out in a minute. Keep in mind, this piece right here can be rotated backwards or frontwards, however you like it, depending on how you have the stock set up. I know we did that a lot when we was out west shooting these things, but recoil was real minimal. Again, if in 308, if you have a problem with the recoil, this has a threaded barrel on it, so you could put a muzzle brake on it or a silencer, help reduce that recoil. Let's go down and take a look at the targets. Okay, we just put 100 rounds through the rifle, as you guys can see. No malfunctions, nothing to complain about. Again, remember, if you see this ammunition on the shelf, don't let the price scare you away. It is a little bit more moderately priced ammunition than some of the brand name, but every bit just as accurate. Good stuff. So here's an average target that we took off the target shelf there. This is using the PPU there. 5-shot group, 100 yards. You got 2 shells actually touching. This is all within an inch of one another. It's a good solid 1-inch group. This is something that we've done off this rickety table right here. And sandbags, you get you a really nice firm rest, a good table, some good sandbags, maybe even a monopod on there to help adjust. You noticed I was holding the rifle up, no monopod on the rear stock. You should be able to tighten that group up. I would say if you can't do a 1/2-inch group with this rifle, something's really wrong. Overall, there is no other rifle. In closing, there is no other rifle on the market that's going to have all these features, that's going to accept the different style mags this guy does, for somewhere in the $1,100 to $1,200 MSRP, or we probably have about $1,000 $1,100 street price as of right now. Again, these guys are shipping. We are shipping them as of this morning, 243, 6.5, and 308. I would say the popularity of this rifle is probably going to lead it to having some other calibers coming out sooner than later. And again, when they do, you can find these rifles and more at our website at kygunco.com.